Okay, welcome to All Those Opposed, where we discuss an array of topics, all of which will roll back around some way or somehow to Mormonism.
I'll put it on the black side.
Yep, you heard me right.
Very black and white today.
This ADHD-led adventure is sure to be delivered with plenty of self-deprecating humor, snark, and sarcasm.
I wanted to talk a little bit about...
We just don't take ourselves all that seriously around here. We did enough of that in religion.
a film that I watched as a kid growing up in my Mormon faith.
Can you fold your arms?
It brings up multiple issues for me.
You're gonna have a real nice garden here, you know that? That's a good boy.
Just wrote a response to someone else that had commented about how beautiful this film was, I guess. And I was like, this is not beautiful.
Well, I gotta go now.
Why?
I have to go move the bridge
How come?
so that the people on the train can get across safely.
I just want to share some thoughts and reflections that I had now that I'm seeing this years down the road from outside of community and the mind from a different perspective.
You finish up here and go help your mother, okay?
Okay.
A non-believing perspective in, I guess it would be shoot. Let me see if I can talk. I think I would be in the agnostic area. Like, I don't really see evidence for it, but I mean, I'm down. And if the belief works for you and you want to run your life that way, then that's fantastic. I do have an issue of you pushing onto others, and I do want to warn you that it will skew your perspective and your view of others, which will definitely get in the way of any kind of connection or interaction with certain people that don't believe and act as you do. That's the downside. But there's a lot of good sides as well. So anyway, I guess I just had to preface that. It's so funny. I never want to give context. It doesn't come naturally, but always I need to make sure you know that I grew up in Mormonism.
Daddy! 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 Daddy!
I can remember watching it because I can remember feeling really dumb because I thought that what I just saw could not have been what it was because nobody else is freaking out around here. I must have missed something. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I don't get it. So I'm just going to put that back here because I didn't dare to ask questions. I didn't want to look stupid. I already felt like I was. And so it was easier just to go along to get along and just figure I messed it up. I didn't understand. So now as an adult, years later, recognizing that it was shown to me at church a few times, it's hard to believe that it would have been in primary. But I mean, if not, it was fresh into beehives, I guess. Okay, in the comment, this is what I shared. This film is not beautiful. It's horrific and traumatizing. I remember watching it as a Mormon kid and thinking that I must have missed something. That surely did not just really happen. Watching it now, at 49 years old, I realized that I didn't miss a thing. I believed that what I was being taught at church wasn't actually this horrific. And instead, I chose to gaslight myself into believing that, no, I don't get it. Well, I should probably be feeling the spirit confirming something to me, which I'm not. But, we're just going to move forward on this. Sorry, I'm just interjecting there. I understand it's allegorical. It doesn't make the concept any less disturbing. And if I had understood allegory and received the message of God sacrificing his son, which was being illustrated, or the attempt allegorically, in this very human way, it would have set me questioning God and my religion much earlier in life. Question God, you may ask? And I would offer you this. Just the beginnings of where my brain goes, okay? How is it that a being that's described as being perfect, omniscient, omnipotent, powerful, not have the capacity, the power, or creativity to accomplish the desires that he needs in some other way? Second, why a blood sacrifice? Every dark, evil culture and time that utilized blood sacrifice is viewed and judged as being evil, cruel, even bloodthirsty. Talk about that a lot in the Book of Mormon. Why then does the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob request just that? This evil, dark, scary, animalistic sacrifice. Third, what kind of sacrifice is it for a perfectly powerful, all-knowing, and eternal God to have his firstborn die on a cross, knowing that the minute he dies, if we go along with the theology, we'll be in his presence once again, he'll get to be with him, knowing that 3 days later, he will be resurrected and get his mortal body back, perfected, and come to live with him again forever. That's literally nothing, right? The rest of humanity, human beings, his creation, have been living difficult, painful lives and suffering and dying in many diverse different ways. Just think through any piece of this. The mind, part of the body that God, the Creator, gave us in his plan, and you find that none of it makes sense. None of it holds up. It doesn't. The trick is to view it through a different lens. So now I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how. But I needed to learn this. I didn't know how to see things from another perspective. I couldn't separate myself from the way that I saw the world. The trick is to view it through a different lens, as I did here, looking from God's perspective, right? That outside perspective allows the mind to see what our beliefs and biases blind us to seeing. That's how we do it. And if you can't do it like that, a great way is Byron Katie's The Work, just meditation, learning to get out from behind the person that's looking through your eyes and get out into the space around you and be able to perceive yourself, and you can kind of perceive into other people's and see things from a different perspective. To wrap up, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. This presentation is in no way fair, good, is an accurate comparison, an absolute shit analogy. Literally comparing a human father's sacrifice with an infinite God is crazy. It's just one more insane Mormon moment and concept for me to reflect on. It's no wonder I never felt whole, right, or enough. It's clear that I consistently hid and rejected what was real and what was true to me so that I could accept and play the part, the wacky fantasy to fit and be accepted by the community and the family I was born into. It's what we all do. But what's crazy is when you wake up and you realize everything's kind of flipped. That whole story was a story and was a reality people can live in. But I don't see evidence of it being true. And so now I'm dealing with life, tangible, textual, all the sensory things of life, enjoying them, and then also recognizing the benefits of fantasy and of spirituality and creation of story and myth and all of the things that help us make sense of this world and be able to live in it in a good, healthy way, I guess. It's crazy the things that we're taught as a child that are supposed to be lovely and beautiful, godly and sweet, that God needed his son to bleed from every pore and be tortured and put upon a cross, die and come back to life. I was supposed to think that was good. It's the same as blood sacrifice. People that would throw, sacrifice virgins. I can look at that and see it's horrible. But then I see that every Sunday I went and I would cry tears of gratitude and connection. It felt just so grateful that I had this Savior that could help me to be able to be good enough, to be worthy, to be in front of another God that I don't know, that I can't see, that won't make himself manifest. And just realized that I drank water that was supposed to represent drinking blood and a piece of bread that was supposed to represent eating human flesh. It's so wacky. So if you're feeling it, if you can understand or relate to any of this, you're not alone. This is just that we are learning things possibly later in life. If you're younger, lucky, awesome. Count your blessings. I'm glad I didn't learn this at 80. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate you much. Anything you can do to help me, to hit the like button, subscribe, follow, share. And if you have something to say, if you want to come on, if you want to chat with me, if you want to share your own experience, if you want to push back on what I have to say, let me know in the comments. Or I think you can also email me. I don't do good at email, but I'll try. And if a train comes and your kid's on the thing, I don't know what the right answer is, but whatever you decide, keep it to yourself and don't promote it as the most righteous thing in the whole wide world to do. Okay, bye.